So we are nearing the end of 2024, and as every year ends, I like to look back at all of the makeup products that I think really stood out, the different makeup looks that I really enjoyed, and particularly the lip products that really stood the test of time. If you guys are not new here, you know that a big foundational part of my channel is lip products. I kind of started my channel based on lip products and trying to find different lip combinations and lip colors in general that suited people that had a similar complexion to me. So today I wanted to share with you guys all of the different lip combinations that I thought were the absolute best of 2024. These are the ones that I constantly went back to, the ones that I reached for without even thinking about, the ones that went with most of my makeup looks. I want to share them with you guys. We have a bunch of pinky nudes, we have some brown tones, and we also have some berries. To preface, I really like a glossy look, so that's kind of where my lip combinations lie. So if you guys are interested in seeing all of my absolute favorite lip combos from 2024, then let's get started. I recently posted a 5 most complimented lip combos tag. If you guys want to check that one out, then I will link it down below for you. But those are going to be all of the lip combinations that you guys requested from me, the ones that you constantly asked about on my channel, on my Instagram, on my TikTok. Now, while I love those lip combos, I don't want to repeat them in this video, so we are just going to go in with brand new ones. Today, to prep my lips, I did use this product. This is the Dr. Dennis Gross Plump and Repair Lip Treatment. It's a plumping serum, and it is probably the best, most effective plumping serum that I have used. I particularly really like it because not only does it actually plump my lips, but it also helps bring out the pigment of my natural lip color, and it hydrates the lips. I don't know if you guys experience this, but sometimes with plumping products, they kind of leave your lips feeling a little drier, a little more peely, but this one actually feels like a lip oil. So this is what I have currently on my lips. So I'm just gonna go ahead and wipe this off, and then we'll get into the first combo. So here is our very first lip combo. Something that you guys will notice, there is a pattern here. I love a good tinted lip balm. For me, I like a no fuss glossy lip product, and if I can get something like a lip balm and a lip color in one, I'm gonna do it, you know? So we do have a couple of tinted lip balm combos in this video, so hopefully you guys like that kind of thing. But first, starting off with this lip liner. This lip liner is from Makeup Forever. It is in the shade Anywhere Caffeine, and this one is described as being a warm caramel nude shade, and I tend to agree with that, except on my skin tone and my lips. As you guys saw, I don't have a ton of natural pigmentation in my lips anymore. As I've gotten older, I've lost a lot of pigmentation in my lips, so this kind of brings that life back to my lips, and it gives it a little bit of a depth to it. It's slightly darker than what my natural lip color has been before, but it still has that pinkiness to it that adds to the natural look of it. So I love this lip liner. I find that these last a mid-range amount of time, like longevity wise. I know people have said that these do not last that long on the lips, and I can see where people are coming from with that. However, Makeup Forever did come out with pro versions of these where they're supposed to be super long lasting. I find that this perfectly complements the lip peptide from Ulla Henriksen, and I will sing the praises of these lip peptides. They are ultra hydrating. They actually feel really hydrating. These are the type of lip balms that I think are thick enough to wear to bed. I like something that when I wake up, I'll still feel it on my lips and I'll still feel like my lips are hydrated. This one is in the shade Strawberry Sorbet, and yes, it does smell like fresh strawberries. It doesn't smell like strawberry candy. To me personally, I think it smells like a sweet but slightly tart strawberry. It just smells so incredible, and this pink is the perfect pink if you have a medium complexion like I do. I do have a neutral undertone, so I find that a lot of lip colors thankfully work pretty well on me. When you have a neutral undertone, usually you can kind of pull off warm tones and cool tones at the same time. I don't know if I lean either way. I kind of feel like I play around with both undertones, but this one I would say is the perfect neutral pink undertoned lip balm. I think that this would be universally flattering wearing. Everything about this, the actual sensorial feel of this going on, it's nice and almost pudding-like on the lips, but it doesn't feel goopy and sticky. And the tint is just like, I would say it's a light to medium tint. I think it's perfect for a lip balm, and you can still kind of see that lip liner shine through. So this is a great one, no fail. I love this one so much. I think it goes with so many different makeup looks as well. Next, we have this beautiful nudie pink combo, and while it does look a little bit similar to that first combination, I will say that that one was way more noticeably pink, while this one is more nude leaning pink in my opinion. So for this combination, I am using a discontinued lip liner. I tried to avoid this, but if I'm being totally transparent with you guys, I have used this lip liner all throughout 2024, and it is truly one of my absolute favorite lip liners. I'm looking currently for a dupe for this one. Every time I go into Sephora, to Ulta, wherever has makeup, I will like swatch lip liners to see if anything is similar, and there's nothing so far that has been like exact. However, I do want to say that the closest that I've gotten to this color is actually the last lip liner, the Makeup Forever Anywhere Caffeine Lip Liner. So if you want to recreate any of these lip combos, I would say instead of this Bare Minerals lip liner to go with that Anywhere Caffeine one. But either way, this is the Bare Minerals Under Over Lip Liner Gen Nude Lip Liner in the shade Freestyle. It is perfect. Again, this one's going to be kind of categorized as like that caramel nude shade, but as you can see on the lips, it definitely leans a little bit more nude than any sort of like pink tones in it. I think it has just enough of a pink tone to it to where it doesn't look like a gray lip liner on my lips, you know, like it still looks like it belongs on my lips. And honestly, this feels like it looks like the perfect shadow on the lips. And then I paired it with this Say Glossy Bounce in the shade Kiss. Now, previously when I've talked about these, because I do have a full swatch video for the entire Say Glossy Bounce collection, I said that this one was a clear, but it's actually described as like a sheer pink shade, and it really does add the most subtle pink tone to the lips to where everything is just a little bit more put together. Like you can see there's definitely more pink to my lips versus if I were to just put a clear gloss on. And this Glossy Bounce formulation, I have been such a fan of. Whenever they first released, I talked about how I think that these are so unique to any other lip gloss that I own, and I still do think that. These feel so juicy and plush on the lips at the same time. When you rub your lips together, it almost feels silky. They're just incredible. They never get goopy, and they have the perfect amount of pigmentation, in my opinion, for a lip gloss. They're not super overpowering on the lips, so you can wear them with other lip colors, or they're just pigmented enough to where you can just throw these on and still see a good amount of pigmentation, but not feel like you have to do a full glam makeup look, you know? Like you could probably wear these, and I have, with no makeup on at all if you're just gonna run errands, or if you just feel like putting a lip color on. If you don't own any of these Glossy Bounces, I highly recommend them. If you love a good lip gloss, these are some of the most elite ones that I've tried this year, and this combination, I just cannot get enough. This is definitely one of those combos where if I don't know what to use on my lips, if I'm doing more of a colorful eye look, or you know, if I'm trying to showcase my blush or something like that, my complexion, then I'll use something like this that doesn't necessarily compete with the rest of my makeup, but it's still such a beautiful, very neutral type of lip. Next, we have this beautiful drugstore lip combination, starting with the Maybelline Lifter Liner in the shade Player. This is described as a warm cinnamon brown tone, and on me, I think that it is a warm cinnamon, but I do think it's a little bit more pinky than brown, but there's definite brown in there. If you haven't tried these lifter liners yet, they are absolutely incredible. They're super creamy, very pigmented. However, they do definitely dry down, and they dry down fairly quickly. So you kind of have to work in sections if you want to blend these out versus just lining the lips. These are very, very reminiscent to me to the Fenty Beauty lip liners. If you guys have used those, they almost leave sort of like this film feeling. Like you can definitely feel these dry down. You know, when you use like super long wearing, super stay type of lip products, they leave like this film so it doesn't like wipe off the lips. That's exactly how these feel. These definitely last all day whenever I wear them, and they're just incredible. And I love the shade range that they came out with. Actually, I think that every single shade is so flattering, and I paired it with the NYX Slick Click Fat Oil Slick Click in the shade link in bio. I can never get the name of these right. They are that glossy balm that's kind of in this pen form. They're like that melty glossy balm, but I love these specifically because one, they do not have any plumping properties to them, so it doesn't give you any tingly or minty feeling to the lips. So if you are not a fan of plumping products, or if you're sensitive to them, this is probably the way to go. And also, these are not super goopy and melty. You know how sometimes like the Hourglass melty balms and the e.l.f. ones, those tend to be very goopy, and you kind of have to go in and be very careful with the amount that you apply, because sometimes like you can get chunks of product coming off of those. Not that those are bad products, they just work differently than this one. This one tends to be a little bit more of a solidified glossy balm, and I love this shade. This is definitely my favorite shade, but this combination I absolutely love. Definitely a pinky brown tone. I think that this one is such a fun, kind of more feminine looking color on myself. And something about me is whenever I'm out, if I'm eating, if I'm drinking, I don't necessarily like wearing lip product if it's not just like a regular lip balm. So this is really easy to just like wipe off the lips, and because this lip liner is so long wearing, sometimes I don't even have to reapply the lip liner, and all I have to do is just reapply this very quickly, and then I have like a fresh lip look. I love something that is no fuss, especially if I'm going to be eating. I think that this one definitely leans a little bit warmer in tone, so if you are a similar complexion to me and you like a pink, or you want to kind of play around with pinky tones but you definitely don't like a cool bright pink, then try this one out. This is such a beautiful one in my opinion. So we have another tinted lip balm combination, and again we are using that Bare Minerals lip liner, but you can use the Makeup Forever Anywhere caffeine lip liner to get a very similar look. And I paired it today with the Naturium Phyto Glow lip balm in the shade Spice. Now this one came out with their cafe collection this year. I believe it was this year, maybe it was like late last year, but the cafe collection in my personal opinion has been the best one because we are seeing more of those nude neutral tones, and this lip combination is definitely going to be more of your warm nude shade, especially for a medium neutral undertone. I think that this one definitely looks warmer on me, but it's not orange, you know, like there's just enough of a white base to this to where it doesn't pull completely orange on me. I love this combination. If I'm feeling like I want something that's a little bit more noticeable, like if you look at my makeup and you're like, oh, that lip color, it's really nice, there's something about it. There's something about this tone that just looks so sophisticated and so complementary on the complexion. I don't want to say that it looks natural because it doesn't look like a natural lip color in my opinion, but it just makes the complexion kind of pop a little bit more, and it makes my complexion look a little bit warmer in general, especially in the summertime. I felt like this looked incredible on my skin. So if you are maybe a shade or two darker than I am, then this lip balm, if you don't already have it, I highly recommend it. And the formulations of these I've talked about in the past. They are some of the best lip balms. This one alongside the Ulla Henriksen ones, I could probably just have those two formulations and just be really happy with it. These can get a little bit gloopy though if you put too much on the lips, so be very careful. But typically I don't find that I have to put that much because these are very pigmented for a lip balm. I find that the opacity on these are very high just across the board, and they actually feel super hydrating. My only complaint is that sometimes this wider applicator is a little bit hard to maneuver, and if you have smaller lips than I do, I could see this being a little bit difficult to work with. You'll kind of have to like fix it, I guess, with your finger or something. But other than that, it is a great formula. I think it's at a great price point. From the Cafe collection, I pretty much wear all of those shades, but I find that I gravitate to this one the most, and this has been the one that I wear with more lip combinations. Next is a lip combination that I think that I was wearing before 2024, and I kind of carried it over to this year, starting off with the Makeup by Mario lip liner in Travis. Now, I had a super obsession with this color Travis. Like the beginning of this year, I just wanted to wear this lip liner. It is absolute perfection if you have a complexion like mine. This is described as a milk chocolate brown. I think that is perfect. And again, it has a very, very small hint of pink in there. So it just looks like a natural shadow on my lips. As far as longevity goes with these, I would say that they're somewhere in between the Makeup Forever lip liner and the Maybelline lip liner. So they're like mid-range for longevity. I would say that I don't typically find that I have to reapply this if I have a full day or if I go out and I wear this. I typically just apply the lip color on top of it, but it wouldn't hurt if I reapplied it, you know? I would say that I get anywhere between maybe like 4 to 6 hours of wear, just depending on what I'm doing. And then I paired it with the Tower 28 lip jelly in the shade Sesame. Now this shade, as you can see in the tube, definitely looks like a pretty intense mauve-y purple tone, but I find the combination of these two makes it more wearable, at least for me and for what I typically like to wear for lip colors. I find that the brown in the lip liner makes it kind of mesh with my skin tone a little bit more. Like if I just wore Sesame by itself, it would be fine, but it would be a little bit more bright, kind of like in your face that it's a mauve tone. And I don't typically wear mauves, but this one, this combination and this specific mauve from Tower 28, it's beautiful. It's slightly deeper and slightly warmer of a mauve tone that I find is a perfect on my lips. I think it gives the most beautiful like purple tone, mauve tone on the lips, and I'm always happy with this lip combination. I do find that the Tower 28 lip jellies, they are not the longest lasting on the lips. I would say that the formulation of these, if you haven't tried them, are very reminiscent to sort of like a melted down lip balm. So I do find that I have to reapply this throughout the day if I'm wearing it, but I don't really mind. I find this formulation very easy to work with as well. And another disclaimer is you don't have to use a lot of this because it can get a little bit goopy on the lips, so be careful for that. But other than that, I love this combo, and I think that I'm just gonna keep wearing this for years until I finish them, probably until I finish them. So this is one of my more matte looking lip combinations, and it starts with Glossier's lip liner in Buff. I love this lip liner. It is currently in my project pan because I love it that much. This one is described as being a toasted almond, and it is the most beautiful, most natural looking lip liner ever. Like out of the whole line, I would say that this one is one that I could probably just draw all over my lips and be fine with it, and it would just look like a natural lip color. It is beautiful. It has great longevity as well. I would say that this is a little bit longer in longevity, closer to that 5-6 hour range of wear, and it's super creamy. It does dry down, but it gives you a little bit more time to work with, so you can line your entire lips and then kind of buff it out and you will be good to go. But perfection. Truly, this lip liner I cannot say enough good things about, and I paired it actually with this Huda Beauty blush filter. This is not marketed technically as a lip product, but I love this. as a lip product. So this one is supposed to be one of the newer launches from the blush filter line, and this one is actually marketed as being more of a bronzer, so a blush bronzer type of thing, and it's for light to medium skin tones. But I find that it has just enough like reddish pink in it to where it looks flattering on the lips as well. This does have a bit of a scent to it. I would say it smells like gummy candy, like it's a sweet fruity gummy candy type of thing, which I don't really know why they did that, because if this is meant for the cheeks, I don't know, it's just kind of weird whenever things like that are scented. I tend to think that it's so they can mask whatever chemicals are in the product. I could be wrong though. It might just be another sensorial type of thing. But these together, my goodness, I mean, it's just the most understated lip color look. It kind of reminds me of, you guys remember that movie lips trend where it looks like, is she wearing a lip product? Is that her natural lip? It just looks so soft and blurred type of thing. This combination is what that gives me, and I love it. If I want something that is just super understated, just a little touch of color, you know, and I don't want to fuss with it, this combination is great. And because this is meant for the cheeks, but I use it on my lips, I find that I get a really good wear time out of this. Like this combination, I don't find that I really have to reapply if I don't want to. This sort of fades really well, but you definitely still have color and it slowly fades on the lips, and I think it's beautiful throughout the lifespan of it being on the lips. I've done a monochromatic look with this as well, so I've used this on my eyes, my lips, and my cheeks, and it all just ties together so well. It works so beautifully if you have a complexion similar to mine again, and I actually feel like this would work with all undertones. I could be wrong though. I've seen it on all undertones and I think it's beautiful. Another sort of melty balm type of lip combination. We're starting off with the Makeup Forever Anywhere Caffeine Lip Liner, and then I actually paired it with our, I think, one and only Asian lip product in this video, which is Roman's Glassing Melting Balm in the shade number 5 Nougat Sand. This was the first one of this product that I had tried, and ever since then I have been in love with this shade. It is the most perfect pinky brown tone. I would say that this is more of a warm pink lip combination. Super beautiful, very flattering. It just kind of like livens up the face. And while this is more of that melting balm texture, it does have a little bit more of a solidified texture to it. So it's not going to melt off chunks on your face, on your lips. And you can also wind this one down. I just think that's always really nice to know, because for some reason, these melting balms, they don't always like click down, which is interesting to me, but these do. I have a lot of these melting glassing balms from Romand, but this one by far has been the best one. Sometimes it's difficult with Asian lip products to find one that is truly a nudie brown tone. A lot of them tend to pull more red tone once they're on the lips, but this one truly is that like beautiful pinky brown that I am in love with. And again, this is going to be one of my most used no fuss type of lip combos, the one that is probably already in my purse. Like if I'm running out the door and I'm like, oh, I forgot to put a lip on, these together are probably in my purse, so I will throw them on and I'll be good to go. It's such a good one, and it doesn't compete, but it's also just so complimentary on the complexion. So now we're diving into more of my brown tone lip combos, starting off with this just ultra rich, beautiful lip combination. This one uses MAC Cork, which is going to be a muted golden brown. It's definitely a little bit deeper on my skin tone, but I absolutely love pairing this with more of my berry brown toned lip colors, because it just like kind of transitions the lips really well. And then I have my beloved Fenty Beauty Heat Hot Chocolate lip gloss. These lip glosses, I'm sure everyone has tried them by now. Incredible. And this shade in Hot Chocolate is my absolute favorite. I do have the original non-heat one, but that one does have some shimmer, and I find that I preferred this just pure creamy opaque color throughout this year. And this is described as a sheer rich brown. I would say that this leans a little bit more cool. So overall, this lip combination on me is a little bit on the cooler side. I think maybe there's like a touch of warmth in there, but in my opinion, I think it looks a bit more cool, and I feel like it just complements the face so well. If you like a brown lip combo, this one is a no fail. This photographs really well well too. I don't know if that matters to you guys, but it always looks so beautiful in pictures. Sometimes I'll look back in pictures and I'll be like, what is that lip combination? I really like it. And then I realize it's this one. So it's so good. It does have that plumping feeling to it. It's slightly more of that like hot tingly feeling, but it is not intense whatsoever. This is probably the only one that I would consistently wear throughout 2024 because I love the look of it so much. I wear this alone all the time as well, but if I'm doing a lip combination, typically I'm pairing this lip gloss with cork. So this lip combination also uses matte cork, so I just wiped off that previous lip gloss and touched up cork, and then I reapplied Lawless's Maple Sugar Lip Gloss. Lawless Forget the Filler lip glosses are incredible. Again, they're some of the absolute best that I have found. This one does have that plumping feeling, but it's on the opposite spectrum of the Fenty one, where this one feels more minty, more cooling. It's kind of jarring using the heat and then wiping it off and then using this one. My lips feel ultra cold right now. These do not sink into the lip lines like some pigmented lip glosses can, which I think kind of aids it in looking more plump. Like this just makes the lips actually look juicier. I don't necessarily think it has long-term plumping effects, but I do think when I'm wearing this, my lips just look super juicy and super plump. But this shade is described as a warm truffle, and as you can see, I've used a good amount of this. It's more of a warm toned brown. So this is going to be the warm brown lip combo versus the one before this one. It is slightly lighter as well, and I find that this is just when I have a tan and I wear this, it is the most beautiful, rich color. Every time I put this on, I'm just like, yeah, that's the one. That's the one. It's good. It's good. It just looks so good on everybody. I have a friend that I gifted one of these maple sugar lip glosses to, and she is a pale cool tone, and this looks like kind of a rich reddish brown on her. Oh, so beautiful. Like, I can't get over how gorgeous this lip gloss is, and you guys can see it kind of like speaks for itself. It really amplifies a look, or it can be the main focal point of a look. So the next three lip combinations are actually going to use this lip liner from Maybelline. This is again from the Lifter Liner collection, and this is in the shade Let's Bounce. This one is described as a milk chocolate nude, but I would personally say that this is more of like a dark chocolate nude on me. It does tend to pull a little bit warmer, and again, great formulation, creamy, super long wearing. And I paired it with this Peri Para ink glassing lip gloss in the number 6 Made It shade. I got this when I was in Japan with my husband back in August, and since then I have not been able to put this down. I already talked about the other shade that I own, and I love this formulation. It's nice and juicy and plumping on the lips. It has the perfect amount of sheer to medium opacity for a lip gloss, and they just feel really hydrating on the lips, and they don't leave me feeling like my lips are dry and cracked after I wear them. This combination, when I put these together, it kind of makes the lip liner a little bit more like purpley tone underneath this, so it's perfect. Again, it kind of just transitions the lip gloss into like the rest of the face, if that makes sense. It just pulls everything together. This is going to be more of a warm tone berry. I think it's more of a red purple berry tone. So if you're not necessarily wanting something that looks like a purple, like a berry purple, then this one would be such a great option for you. Also, these lip glosses are fairly reasonably priced. I'm pretty sure these are under $10. If you like a good brown lip combo, then I feel like you would also really like this berry lip combo. So it's definitely more of like a focal point for my makeup whenever I wear something like this. So this combination, I felt bad talking about this because these are out of stock currently, but for good reason, because they are absolutely incredible. So these are the Edam Le Choo Choo lip softening balms. They have peptides and exfoliating properties in them, so they soften the lips and they exfoliate them as you're wearing them, and they have this beautiful gentle like metal tip applicator that feels cooling and beautiful on the lips. It is just the best sensorial experience that I have found for a lip balm. This is in the shade Fig Sauce, which is described as a milky rosy brown. This is going to be more of your subtle berry tone. This walks the line of being a brown lip combo and like a berry lip combo. It's right there in the middle, and I think that it looks so like subdued and so unassuming, I guess, but it is like there's something about it that just like every time I wear it, I'm like, yes, this is the perfect lip that I wanted for this look. No matter what the look is, I'm like, yeah, that looks great. And again, this tinted lip balm is so good. I have all of the shades. I love all of them. I wear Fig Sauce a lot and I wear Burnt Malai a lot. That one is going to be more of like a warm apricot shade. And this one though is like constantly in my purse, and I love it. I mean, it looks so good. If you have a warm undertone, a cool undertone, a neutral undertone like me, I think that you would like this because you can wear this in different intensities. I find it takes a lot of this product to really get like goopy on the lips, you know, so you can really build this one up. And lastly, for all of our lip combinations, I'm sorry, I lied. This one actually uses MAC Cork because I like the warmth of this lip liner with this lip product. This is Westman Atelier's Squeaky Clean Lip Balm in the shade Garcon. So this color, in my opinion, would be more categorized as like a mauve tone, but it's again going to be a little bit more of that sheer mauve tone. Like it's a bit cooler, but it's not too cool to where it looks gray, like grayish purple on the lips, you know? I think that this looks incredibly natural on the lips, and this formulation cannot be beat. I've wanted to purchase other shades because I love this formula so much, but none of the other shades really like speak to me the way that this one does. And this is a pricey lip product, so I am perfectly happy with just having this one. This definitely feels exactly how it is described. It is a melted down lip balm. It feels super silky whenever you put it on and you like rub your lips together. It feels very, very hydrating on the lips. And this color, I almost feel like it looks a little bit more like neutral on the lips. It gives me brown mauve tones, you know, like this combination. But for the most part, it kind of just looks like a mauvey brown, but it's super comfortable. It always looks good. And again, this is going to be one of those colors that if I don't know what to wear, but I know that I want a little something extra on the lips when it comes to color, then I'll grab this and it looks incredible every time. Ooh, I could not talk about this. The Ulta Beauty Collection Weightless Water Stain in the shade Plum Paradise. This is like my go-to lip stain these days. Look at how natural this looks. It looks really intimidating in the bottle, but when you actually put it onto the lips, it kind of just looks like your lips, but better. It's definitely a cool tone, but there's something about it, the sheerness of it, that really makes this wearable. And I love wearing this, especially if I need something to last all day. This is kind of like the foundation of my lip products sometimes. Like I will use this as a base for other lip products or other lip combinations, and it is perfect. I sometimes also just line my lips with a lip liner. Here I'm using MAC Cork just to give it a little bit more definition, and then I'll kind of just leave it there. It's a no fuss, super easy lip combination, and this one is actually perfect when I'm eating and drinking. Also, I sometimes top it with a gloss. This is just so versatile. I know that these look really intimidating, but I highly recommend these. I also have the orange shade, but I most definitely love the Plum Paradise. It is my go-to. I tell everyone about it, and like I said, my favorite trick to do with this is make it my foundation for other lip combos. So this is the very last one. All right, guys, so that wraps up all of my most worn lip combinations of 2024. These were all of my absolute favorite ones. I feel like we played with a lot of different lips in 2024, but these were my tried and true. I really hope that you guys try it if you have the products, or if you've been on the fence about any of these. Hopefully it helped you make up your mind on them. Let me know in the comments down below what your current favorite lip combination is. For me personally, I am loving my berry tones, but let me me know what you guys think. I hope you enjoyed this video. As always, I'm gonna have everything linked in the description box down below for you, as well as tagged in the YouTube shopping products tab, so it's easily accessible for you guys. But I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you found it helpful. If you did, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more videos like this one, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!